And off we go from Denver. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here we go.
A guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Play fake. Here's Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. When you look at this Bronco defense,
they find themselves just a couple of spots outside the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Down.
Love now to pass on 1st down. He has it complete to Christian Watson. On the move past the 40.
And finally taken down at the 30-yard line.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Love's throw finds its target, Dobbs. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there of 22. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Going back to Love. Completes it again to Dobbs. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Jones trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Love, he's going to change the play here.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Luke Musgrave, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 18. Now the 3rd-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
In punt formation.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. But they did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Romeo Doubs is intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. When you look at this Bronco defense, they enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Flush to his right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Josie Jewell, the linebacker, getting the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Love looking to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
2nd down, Love. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. That's complete. It's Okurebunom. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4.
On play action. Love to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed, 46 yards.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now Crosby for the point after. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
And that flag accepted.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Inside the 20.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Love's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
14. Tempo.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11. On 1st down, Wilson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Rasul Douglas picks it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the 1st half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
Touchdown!
Christian Watson.
30 yards.
And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this 1st half.
Broncos nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Go, take it to the... break it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Wilson.
And this one complete again to Mims. Room to maneuver at the 35. He may go. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams
Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Broncos get a bit closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Rasul Douglas picks it.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
Touchdown, Packers!
Romeo Dobbs.
43 yards.
And the Packers extend their lead yet again.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the route is on here in this first half.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Meanwhile, Wilson's through.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it, but if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire, and they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much?
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
This one swung out to Williams.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
At the 47-yard line.
Now Wilson.
Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it.
A gain of 32 that time. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
And that's a sight we feel like we've seen a lot over his career. But remember, for Russell Wilson, 3 in his first year as a Bronco last year and only 15 in the last 8 years. But he still knows how to use those wheels when necessary, and he takes care of business right there.
And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you on out to our studios
Final
in Orlando,
adjustments
here's
being made
Jonathan
for the second
Coachman
half.
at our
Whether
EA
they'll
Sports
amount to much
Halftime
in a
Report.
game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The little football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
Wilson will throw again. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now Wilson changing the play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson.
He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. Here's Wilson. That is caught at the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Wilson steps away. Oh, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Williams. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Out of his end zone, Love. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. Give them 32 on the play. Love looking to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Throwing, Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. That's Akeem Hicks, the towering NFL vet, coming in for the sack.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Drill, 52.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to...
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Allen has improved himself every chance he could and increased his sack total each of his 4 years with the Cardinals. Now with the Broncos, they're counting on a breakout being right around the corner.
Come on, 38. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Here we go.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10.
The Love wants to shift things around.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
1
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And quickly, they get to the line. Now it's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And now an audible here into something else.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Front left, front left. Start.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. Now Wilson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
At the 19-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10. Here we go. At their own 9-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
It got his man complete.
Christian Watson, now look out.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little land.